Hey guys, it's Chelsa Messenger with Picks and Parlays. We're talking NBA action, the most dramatic league in all of sports. As I've said on many of our videos, we're talking Rockets and Spurs. It's National Championship Week in college football, and we've got a special code for 20% off the entire site at picksandparlays.net. The code is CHAMP. The Spurs are favored -7. As of now, that line is definitely subject to change, with the total being 223.5. The Rockets, of course, doing that blockbuster deal, sending James Harden to the Nets. And in exchange, they got Victor Oladipo and also 4 first-round picks, I believe. So a bit of a shakeup for this Rockets team that really needed it, coming off back-to-back blowout losses to the Lakers. Definitely it's hard to handicap mentality when it comes to some of these NBA teams, but we're going to try our best. We've got Dan Kaiser joining us. Dan, what's your take? Do you think the Rockets are a little bit better without James Harden? Because I know he didn't look like he was getting along with people when he was there, so maybe it's a good thing.
Yeah, well, at least DeMarcus Cousins thinks they are. He said he's looking forward to playing with John Wall, so we'll see. Yeah, I mean, is it this 2020 just continues now? Whether you're still dealing with COVID or now you're dealing with trades, it makes it really crazy to be betting the NBA right now. And as we've said with COVID, I mean, it's better just to wait till the last minute before you place your bet, because just saw this big trade go down, and we're not sure if the people are going to be playing right away. So yeah, I'd sit back and look and maybe look at that. But I like San Antonio in this game. To be honest, they're coming off a long road trip, but they played really well on the road trip. I just think there's so much right now. There's just so much chaos going on in Houston. It's going to take them a little bit of time to probably figure everything out, get Oladipo worked into that offense, and it's just going to be a whole new dynamic without Harden there. And I don't know. I almost got to feel bad for some New York fans. I mean, when I went to university, I had a friend from New York, and he said fans in New York broke down into 2 categories, and one of the categories were fans for the Nets, Jets, and Mets. And if you're a fan of those 3 teams right now, you got to battle on who's the most dysfunctional team in New York. Maybe throwing in the Knicks. So yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see how that works out with Kyrie and Harden and Durant all on the same court at the same time. But yeah, I mean, that's why it's the NBA, mate. NBA action. It's fantastic.
Right. Well, on the flip side, yes, the Nets have 3 of the most, dramatic personalities, but also if they can get them on the court and not throwing tantrums, they're going to be immediately in contention for the championship. As I believe now they're second favorite. They're behind the favorites, but they're second favorite to win. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but their odds have gone up or down. This is going nowhere. So let's go back to the game. San Antonio has been really good against the number, 7-4 against the spread, and I think you see that a lot in the NBA where mid-market teams don't get a whole lot of love from the big market TV deals and stuff. So I think if you do like one of those smaller teams, you can ride with them and win a lot of money. And we've seen that with the Spurs being good against the number, coming off a win over Oklahoma City, 112-102. I think from a logic standpoint, it's hard to back the Rockets here. I think it's obviously, I think, a good thing that they got rid of James Harden, just because he wasn't doing anything for them from a unity standpoint, but he also scores a lot of points. You can call him fat, you can call him whatever, but he still is a lot of production in that lineup. So I think that's still going to be a hole there, even though some of his teammates, might not have liked his antics.
Yeah. And I guess for this game also, if you just want to maybe throw something on the total, I'd kind of lean to the under, because again, you don't know who's going to be in there for the Rockets, and the Spurs did have that long road trip, so it may take them a couple of days to get their legs back under them, so they may still be a little tired from that road trip, so points could be a premium in this game.
Right, and if that total is based on the Rockets' previous games, as I mentioned, James Harden still scores a lot of points. So you take that out of the lineup, that's a lot of production missing. But that's going to do it for our NBA talk. Good thing we have Dan here to help me out. Dan, thanks for joining us. Always great stuff. That's going to do it for Picks and Parlays.